Our final speaker is Matthew McGill. Matthew is the son of Jeff and Ann McGill. He is president of National Honor Society. He has been a member of 2 nationally recognized show choirs, Visual Adrenaline and Spectrum. Matthew participated in both individual and large group speech, earning all state honors in ensemble acting. He also performed in various plays and musicals. He was a member of the JAG team and participated in People PE. In the community, Matthew has been a member of the Mayor's Youth Council for 4 years and has volunteered his time in church activities. He has been playing competitive piano for over 10 years, garnering honors at the district and state level. Matthew plans on attending Iowa State University in the fall to major in biochemistry with a minor in music. Please join me in welcoming Matthew to the podium.
Members of the administration, the school board, Centennial staff, parents, guests, and the inaugural class of 2014, I appreciate this opportunity to speak at tonight's commencement. Even though there isn't a ceremony after us, I promise my speech won't be a filibuster. But the real reason I need to keep it short is because around this time of night, after a long, busy weekend, my mom gets awfully cozy on the couch. I'm hoping that she'll at least have a fighting chance of being awake by the time the M's cross the stage.
Poor mom.
To the class of 2014, it's been an incredible journey, full of academic achievement, athletic success, musical performances, and bittersweet memories. As the very first graduating class of Centennial High School, we've had the opportunity to open up a brand new building, something that hasn't been done in Iowa for over 40 years. We've been able to define what matters most to us as a student body, create new traditions, and lay the foundation for all of those who will walk the halls of Centennial High School in the future. I'm sure that many of you have heard of inventor extraordinaire Benjamin Franklin. He was, as some call him, the founding father of the United States, bringing together art, science, and politics into a single package. Franklin authored a book entitled Poor Richard's Almanac. The almanac was a collection of sayings and pieces of advice that was published annually for over 25 years. Many of the lessons and meanings conveyed in his writings are still applicable to our lives today. I found a few that have particular meaning for us. I added a modern twist to each of them, so hopefully you'll be able to take something away. Number 1, an empty bag cannot stand upright. Why am I talking about bags, you may ask? Well, I actually think of this one as a metaphor. As we move on to wherever life leads us next, we can choose to either seize opportunity or not. Don't ever be satisfied with going through the motions. Instead, try to gain the most from every experience that you come across. I'm sure that one day, we'll look back and reflect on our lives after high school. I think many of you will agree with me when I say that we don't want to live with any regrets. Learn to get the most out of every experience. Continue to fill your bag, building up a strong support system that will carry you through the next few years and beyond. My choir teacher, Mr. Miller, always told us that if you don't set yourself up for success, you will fail every time. While most of the time this applied to breathing exercises or setting your system up to produce proper tone, it can also be applicable to our lives today. Set yourself up for success, and you will be successful. Number 2, lost time is never found again. I interpreted this one as learning to manage our time better. Next year, we most likely won't have schedules that are jam-packed with extracurricular activities and busy work schedules. It's what we do with the time that we are given that will be the most important. Time can never be taken back. Think of all the many worldly possessions that we use every day. In the extreme event that something is to happen to any one of them, it can be replaced. Well, time doesn't work that way. No matter what we do, every minute that passes is a minute we'll never get back. Don't waste time. Instead, use it wisely. Number 3, an apple a day keeps the doctor away. Franklin had one particular apple that was his favorite, the Macintosh. So I think it's pretty obvious he was talking to our generation. A MacBook Pro 15-inch with Retina display running Mac OS 10.9 Mavericks with a 2.3 gigahertz i7 Intel Core processor a day is all you need for a long-lasting life. Number 4, to be humble to superiors is duty, to equals courtesy, to inferiors nobleness. Honoring our boss, parent, or professor is no big deal. It's more or less expected. Being courteous to our coworker and friend is the norm. Being noble to those who are less fortunate than us is a sign of true character. Think of where we are at in our lives in comparison to others here in the United States and around the world. Already, our class, as the very first class of Centennial High School, has conveyed the power of service through Soul Hope. Like Dr. Lindemann said earlier, Soul Hope is an organization that provides shoes for those infested with the nasty jiggerbug. Through our hard efforts, the very first class of Centennial High School has constructed and donated over 300 pairs of shoes that will someday find their way to the feet of those in need. In the 25th chapter of Matthew, Jesus says, I assure you that what you have done that when you have done it for the least of these brothers and sisters of mine, you have done it for me. And last but not least, number 5, think of 3 things: whence you came, where you are going, and to whom you must account. Think of where we came from, all the high school memories. From the football games, to the golf state championship, to the show choir grand championships, to overcoming the impossible of splitting schools, we've come a long way in only 4 years. Imagine where we'll all be at in the future. Think of the character you want to portray yourself as, how you want to be remembered among your current and future peers. We need to keep sight of what's in front of us, while never forgetting to honor ourselves as individuals for the amount of work that we've accomplished. It's been an incredible journey, class of 2014, and I wish you all the best in whatever life brings you next. Thank you.